It was never really a choice for me. I would be an artist. My father was an artist, he was a potter and a sculptor. My mother's an art teacher who was previously a jeweller, so this was always a path that I was going to go down.
You having trouble?
Yeah, it's really annoying when it doesn't. I can see in my head what I want to draw. I started off trying to draw a fox, so you've got the ears, but then the two sort of triangles that make up the ears, I can't even draw them straight. And it's just, they just don't work. They look like children's drawings. If it's bent, it doesn't work. I didn't mean to draw that, and it's just really, really frustrating. When I first started to lose my sight, I found it very difficult because obviously I have very little peripheral vision. And the best way to describe it is like looking through a dirty pane of glass. Everything's slightly out of focus, the colours are washed out, and you've got all these black lines everywhere.
Harry, last time you came to the clinic was January, is that correct?
Yeah.
Has anything changed since that last visit?
No, I didn't mean to ask you about wearing glasses.
Let me just take a look at you today. As long as we're happy that everything is under control, then it would be possible to consider that option, okay?
When I go to Moorfields, I meet my consultant, Dr. Professor, who's been a lifesaver for me. I've never had so much confidence in a man to look after me as he has.
All you have to do is look straight. I will help you holding your eyelids so you don't blink in the middle of it.
He's reassured me, and obviously broken bad news that there was a good possibility I would lose all my eyesight.
Press my face.
It's such a rare disorder. What happens is a virus sets off your immune system, which then starts attacking your eyes. It started off in one eye, and I always thought, well, fine, okay. If one eye goes down, that's fine, I've still got the other one.
Yeah, there is a bit there, Harry.
And that one became even worse than the other one. And the damage that's been done is irreversible.
What the scan is showing today is that your left eye is absolutely fine, but we have a bit of a recurrence of that swelling you had in the back of your eye, the macular edema, okay? So the vision is down for that reason. So I suggest we meet again in 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Great. Take care.
Who knows what the future holds, but yeah, I don't know, it upsets me talking to a certain degree talking about this. I almost kind of cut any form of art out of my life, so I had to I got rid of almost everything. I've got a couple left now that I just couldn't bear to be parted with. I've got one piece which was a cat I cast for my brother. This piece has got sentimental value. It was produced by a piece of wood my ex brought back for me, and I made it for her. I definitely don't like looking at it anymore. Kingston's opened a new chapter in my life. From feeling very depressed and down and feeling that I had nothing left to give, I found that there was still an outlet for my personality, my creativity, my artistic expression. And it gave me hope again, and it made me think that, yeah, there is a future now. I can still be part of the business world, I can still make a living, I can still have things that I'm interested in. And that it wasn't all about what I was losing, but in fact there's something else opening up for me. The course I'm doing is creative economics and advertising. And what I get out of it from the creative economics is an understanding of the nature of the business around art. So how art can be sold, how artists interact with the business world. Now I can still be involved in art. I can be involved in the selling of it, the commissioning of it for businesses. I can still have a link with all the people I know. And it's given me a much better idea about what my future holds for me, rather than this kind of black void that was just the loss of eyesight. I've had a lot of problems using computers, mainly for the fact that most people carry small little laptops around with a small screen. That's just not possible for me. I need a high magnification, I need the words to be large, I need to be able to move them around easily. My eyes just won't allow me to see small detail anymore. My dissertation is on the rub between artists and business, where the conflict happens, where businessmen are commissioning art for the sake of financial gain, and where artists are trying to produce a concept based around artistic merit and emotion. And it's been great, I have to admit. I've really enjoyed interviewing various different artists, especially for my MA. To be able to go out there and talk to usually friends or people I'd just like to meet. I went to meet Ian Byers, who's been working as a sculptor for nigh on 40 years. He's a very interesting character. I mean, he's done bits and pieces for design agencies.
Art is a sort of glue-on, I think, for a company.
Did they ever say, well, we love the shape of this, but can we change the texture and colour of it? Can you make it this big and stuff like that?
Yeah, I have in the past where interior designers have asked me to make something maybe which matches the curtains.
For pretty much the first year, even when I was at Kingston, I was just obsessed with what would happen to me and what my life would become as a blind person. I had to come to terms with the fact that it would be me wandering down the street with a little stick, walking into things. That's how I envisioned my life going. Now, coming to the end of the course, no, I think my life is going to be completely different. It's going to be what I make it. It's kind of giving me back my choice of what I want to do for my life.